A girl had beef with me, she gonna have beef with me forever. We going to the Super Bowl!
Inspired message for Stefon before the game. One inspired message for him.
Good luck.
I'm at the Super Bowl. Where are you?
Last time someone whispered, "Good luck," everything spiraled out of control. The night flipped from sweet to bitter in an instant. And now, that same dark vibe returned. The moment Cardi uttered those two haunting words, Stefon's evening shattered completely. He didn't just miss the Super Bowl, he lost her, too. How could something as tiny as "good luck" pack such a punch? It wasn't the words, it was the edge. The way she delivered them, sharp, detached, empty of any warmth, froze the room. No grin, no gentle touch, not a trace of care anywhere. The lip were just that cold, hollow, "good luck." And the internet noticed immediately. You could almost feel the tension vibrating through every screen. When two people are solid, "good luck" feels like encouragement. But when everything is cracking, it sounds like the last door slamming on a dying love. By February 8th, the Seattle Seahawks had obliterated the New England Patriots, locking the score at 29-13. Yet, before the final whistle blew, Cardi had already seized the headlines, dominating the stage alongside Bad Bunny, Karol G, and Jessica Alba, commanding every eye in the room. Then, everything shifted. Whispers began swirling that Cardi B might have left the Super Bowl before it ended. That tiny rumor exploded in hours. Fans couldn't stop dissecting it, especially since she had allegedly poured stacks of cash and every ounce of her energy into that weekend. If true, leaving early made no sense at all, and the internet spun into chaos trying to connect the dots. But before anyone could guess what she'd spent or why she vanished, attention zeroed in on a single, dominating theory. And let's be clear, none of this is confirmed. It's all rumors, but the roots trace back to when Cardi was still linked to Offset. Technically, they're still married, which only thickens the plot. Online chatter erupted, claiming Offset might have had a long-running affair with a woman named Pri. And this wasn't idle gossip. Some insist it was serious, lasting far longer than anyone realized.
I need to calm down. Is y'all cool? Y'all been dragging me for 3 or 4 days. Y'all been a little bit too mean. Like, now. Y'all been a little bit too mean. I can't change shit. I can't go back in time. You know what I'm saying? I already had a baby. Y'all want me to put my baby back in my pussy? Huh? I don't know. What y'all want me to do? Y'all want me to leave my man and fuck yours? You want me to leave my man and just go and fuck yours? I don't know. What y'all want me to do? What y'all want me to do? We can only go forward now.
Then came the twist that sent the internet into a frenzy. Several users claimed Pri had gotten pregnant during that alleged affair and later chose to terminate it. True or not, the story took on a life of its own, and no one could look away. Back in 2024, one of Pri's friends went online and lit up every feed with a post that set the rumor mill spinning. She wrote, "Posting my address was low, but I got an even lower blow for you because this all ties back to Card's husband." That single line ignited chaos. But she didn't stop there. She alleged the entire drama centered on a married man getting Pri pregnant and pressuring her into an abortion for mere pocket change. Then she doubled down, insisting people had it all wrong. Everyone assumed she was the leaker, but according to her, the real source was the woman who had the abortion, spilling the story everywhere. None of this ever came with proof. No verified source confirmed a thing, but it didn't matter. Once social media caught fire, it spread like wildfire, hopping platform to platform until it became one of those messy mysteries no one could quit dissecting. Then the story took a sharper, almost cinematic turn. Rumors began linking Pri and Stefon, claiming they'd known each other for years, long before Cardi stepped into the scene. Then Tasha K dropped a clip that froze the internet. It showed Pri unusually close to Stefon, not just friendly, but with an energy that made jaws drop. By the time Super Bowl Sunday arrived, whispers had morphed into full-blown suspicion. Photos and short clips emerged showing Stefon at what appeared to be a private family and friends gathering. And rumored to be there too? Of course! In one viral clip, Stefon moved through the room with his usual calm, shaking hands, exchanging nods. But then he approached the section where his mom was sitting. That's when everything shifted. Right beside her, unmistakable, sat the woman everyone had been whispering about nonstop. The moment he noticed her, she extended a hand, and he gave a brief, polite shake. Barely any eye contact, then he turned to kiss his mom on the cheek. That tiny exchange was enough to send the internet into overdrive. Fans analyzed every frame, zooming in, replaying obsessively, hunting for secret signals in body language and fleeting glances. Just as the clip began to fade, Pri fanned the flames further. She posted a mirror selfie that appeared to be inside the New England Patriots team hotel bathroom. The giveaway, a lanyard clearly showing Patriots insignia. Credentials, practically screaming, "Yeah, I'm right here." That single photo reignited the chaos, flooding comments with the same question: how did she even get that kind of access? But the story didn't stop there. Turns out Pri wasn't the only one living the VIP Super Bowl life. Rumors said Stefon's other baby mama, Kiana Barber, had her own hotel room booked and her own Super Bowl setup waiting. Kiana, mother of his first son, made sure no one missed a moment. She posted photos, videos, everything, proudly announcing she was front and center for the big game. Her seat was secured, her little boy right beside her, both decked out in full fan mode. Kiana wore that number 8 jersey like a suit of armor, smiling and cheering with all the confidence of someone who belonged there. The scene looked fun, but behind the smiles, whispers were growing. Word was Pri, Kiana, and Cardi were allegedly staying in the same hotel, 3 women, all linked to the same man, in one place during Super Bowl weekend. It sounded like a scandal straight out of a wild reality series that no one could turn away from. Then came another twist. According to Mirror US, professional lip reader Nicola Hickling analyzed a clip posted on X, formerly Twitter, showing Cardi B arriving at Michael Rubin's massive Super Bowl party on February 7th. Hickling claimed Cardi's body language spoke volumes. She looked drained, her mind somewhere far away. When Cardi stepped out of the car and spoke with the woman sporting burnt orange hair, the lip reader said she caught her whisper, "I've got a lot to do." That tiny line hit differently. It sounded like more than party chatter. Fans started speculating that night Cardi was juggling something heavier, something way beyond the lights and cameras. Hickling also noted that Cardi's presence seemed tense, uneasy. Her movements stiff. Her steps unsteady in those sky-high heels. The usual spark wasn't there. Later clips from the party only fueled the speculation. According to Hickling, things got raw. At one point, a man next to Cardi leaned in, asking, "Do you want me to hold your hand?" Allegedly, Cardi replied, "Just leave." Then Hickling noted, she followed with, "I don't like this." "I'm struggling, still holding onto the woman with burnt orange hair." That moment hit hard. It didn't feel staged. Then came the line that cut deeper. Cardi brushed her hair back, took a breath, and quietly asked her friend, "How am I going to get over it?" Hickling said it felt painfully real, like the mask slipped for a heartbeat. This wasn't a performance. It was someone weighed down by something personal, trying to keep composure as her world spun just out of frame. That same night, Cardi performed at Michael Rubin's huge Super Bowl party. The very night she dropped the now infamous 2 words, "Good luck." Watching it now, the cracks were obvious long before the lights and music hit. You could almost feel the tension under her skin. Maybe that's why she moved the way she did, slide in, perform seamlessly with Bad Bunny, then vanish before the night became messy. But what happened after the game spoke louder than any post. As soon as the Super Bowl ended, both Cardi and Stefon quietly unfollowed each other online. That simple click said everything. No one knows exactly what sparked it, but after all the chatter about the hotel, the tangled stories, and the strange energy of that weekend, the reason wasn't hard to guess. To fans, it felt like Cardi had reached her limit, like she'd seen this kind of chaos before and refused to repeat history. The message was clear: I've already dealt with one Offset. You're not about to turn me from Offset to set it off. And honestly, Cardi knows Stefon's reputation with women all too well. It speaks for itself. Reports say that over the past year alone, he added 4 new baby mamas to the mix, including her, bringing the total to 6 kids across 5 states. That's not just messy. That's chaos spanning coast to coast. Anyone stepping into that world is walking straight into a storm, and Cardi knew it. Still, love can make people think they can handle it, until it's too much. What shocked everyone was how perfect things looked just days before it all went off the rails. On January 25th, Cardi posted, "In the name of the Lord," he said, "Damn, I love you and you in my favorite color." The words felt warm, like 2 people completely aligned. Fans believed everything was solid, maybe even getting serious, but that calm was just the quiet before the storm. Weeks later, Cardi dropped a single sharp word online. Done. That was it. No caption, no explanation, just one word. The internet erupted. Fans immediately started connecting dots, convinced she had ended things with Stefon well before Super Bowl weekend even began. Some claimed she only went through with her performance because her deal with Bad Bunny was already set. One user even wrote that Cardi was locked in for the Super Bowl with or without Stefon, and honestly, it sounded plausible. Rumor has it the real breakup happened right after the AFC Championship game, when the Patriots secured their Super Bowl spot. The timing didn't go unnoticed. Fans pointed out that the Dun post hit hours after what insiders called their biggest fight ever. From that point on, everything changed. Stefon was rarely seen with her, except at press events where he tried to act normal, but the distance was palpable. Then fans noticed a pattern that made the story even messier. Every time Cardi pulled away, Stefon allegedly gravitated back to Pri. It became a toxic, on-again, off-again cycle, and this time, it may have cost him more than just love. Some online even joked it cost him the Super Bowl itself. Tension had escalated so high that even close friends were reportedly saying, "Hey, Monica, it's over." Everyone seemed to know it was done before the couple did. And if the online chatter is true, this really is the end. No second chances. No public reconciliations. No cryptic posts. Cardi didn't just slip away quietly. She made the world watch. Her breakup post was a mic drop, a declaration loud and clear. This time, it's truly over. Of course, 50 Cent couldn't resist diving headfirst into the chaos. He cracked jokes about the situation, posting, "Can you imagine waking up this morning and Dun lost your girl and the Super Bowl?" Then he added his signature twist, saying if it were him, he'd just tell everyone, "Get away from me. Have a drink and go back to sleep." That's pure 50, always ready to stir the pot the moment drama surfaces. After 50 Cent had his fun, things went quiet, briefly. Because just when it seemed the storm had passed, whispers emerged that Stefon wasn't home reflecting on his mistakes. Instead, he was reportedly spotted at a Miami lounge, laughing, drinking, and looking far too relaxed for a man who just lost both his girl and the biggest game of his career. The internet pounced immediately, posting side-by-side clips of Cardi tense and Stefon carefree, captioned with lines like, "She's hurting, and he's healing with bottle service." Within hours, it went viral. Fans were split. Some defended him, claiming he deserved a break after all the heat. Others called it embarrassing behavior right after such a public split. Meanwhile, Cardi stayed in New York, quiet, but far from invisible. She shared a few cryptic stories, one showing her nails perfectly done with the caption, "Peace is expensive." The words hit hard. Fans saw it as a message. She'd rather pay for peace than stay trapped in chaos. Then late at night, a blurry photo surfaced on blogs, Cardi leaving a private dinner with a mystery man in a sleek black suit. Nobody could confirm who he was, but it didn't matter. The internet had already decided. She was moving on. Within hours, Stefon's name was trending again, fans tagging him relentlessly, saying she'd moved faster than the season ended.by morning. Both of them were trending again. Different coasts, different vibes, but the same storm chasing them relentlessly. No matter how far they tried to run, the story dragged them back into the spotlight. Honestly, it's impossible to know exactly what Cardi wanted from all of this. But if we're being honest, the cracks had been there long before the Super Bowl chaos. The tension, the whispers, and Stefon's messy history made it feel like a powder keg ready to blow. Every glance, every post, every side glance, it all led straight here. Maybe she believed things could be different this time. Maybe she hoped loyalty could drown out the noise, but in the end, chaos always catches up. Now it's your turn. What do you think really went down between Cardi and Stefon? Was it just bad timing, or was it doomed from the start? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's break it all down. And before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Starich. Hit that bell so you never miss an update. We've got more explosive stories, untamed drama, and exclusive tea coming your way.